Here's the truth. The odds are 100 to 1 against you buying a stock and see it moving in your direction. In fact, you buy a stock and see it moving in opposite direction, or sell a commodity and see it rally in dismay. You spend many nights waiting for the markets to move in your direction. Sleepless nights, nights spent thinking why you even took the position, regretting the moment you bought or sold, only wishing you could go back in time and somehow do the opposite action. You are spending precious and important time thinking about the market. Time that you should be spending with your wife, your girlfriend, or your children. Your work is also suffering and you're in constant agony. Sometimes you even closed your positions, only to see it rally as soon as you are not participating in the market. You keep wondering, why does this happen with you? Blaming your luck, or the many other reasons we often use to console ourselves, when we do not know the reason, and while you fret and fume, and feel the gut-wrenching pain in the bottom of your stomach, you see other traders jumping in joy, ridiculing your choice, making you feel terrible, and the media adds to your agony further by telling you the markets are headed in the opposite direction. There is no end to your anxiety. You feel you will be right. The turn is just round the corner. And your losing position will turn to a winning one. Yet, day after day, markets keep moving against you. You have lost all appetite and can think of nothing else except your position in the markets. But why does this all happen, again and again, and you seem caught in this trap? Here is the truth. One of the biggest reasons you go through all of this is, you pay attention to only price. You disregard the other half of the equation, time. If you understand and observe carefully, there are two axes to a chart. The y-axis shows the price movement, and x-axis shows the passage of time. Traditionally, most analysts keep looking only at the price action and its derivatives, while ignoring the x-axis completely. You too have fallen trapped to the same approach. You do not know how price and time are similar quantities. You have not seen how price always indicates the time cycles of future trend changes. You do not know that price and time are interchangeable. But that's not the end of the problem. It actually gets worse. Here's the real problem you're facing. All your life, you have heard that the markets cannot be timed. Nobody can time the market. The media, you broker, you financial advisor constantly tell you the same thing. In fact, they keep repeating the same thing over and over again. Think about it. 300 years ago, Galileo was almost killed because he said Earth goes around the sun. In those days, everyone believed the sun goes round the Earth. Today, we would laugh at anyone who said that. Many concepts that are accepted as facts today will be challenged and disproved in the future. And, worst of all, as you hear it often, you start believing it too. As Lenin said, a lie repeated 1,000 times starts sounding like the truth. But luckily for you, there's now a solution. Introducing Timing Financial Markets. A home study video course that will show you how to understand and use the x-axis to know when in the future the markets are likely to change their trend. This course will reveal how, when and why you too can benefit from an understanding of time. Here is what you will see in the Timing Financial Markets video course. You will discover exactly what is time. Everyone knows the answer to the question, what is the time? It is such and such by the clock. But when asked, what is time itself? We do not have an answer to the question. Can you define time? What is the standard of measuring time? How did the concept of time evolve? Until and unless we answer and understand everything about time, we cannot measure it. We cannot use it, we cannot adapt to it. But, once you understand time, you not only understand the markets, but most events in the universe. There is something strange about time. It contracts and expands. Have you ever felt bored or impatient, wanting something to end or begin, looking at the watch again and again, and at that moment, it appears like the clock has stopped? Every second feels like an eternity, and you see yourself wanting to advance the clock forcefully. And imagine this other instance, you were so engrossed that you simply did not realize how an hour or even more passed by. And you just did not know how time flew past you. This is the classic example of time expanding and contracting. Such situations and periods also occur in the markets. In truth, it is not just the markets, it is happening everywhere, it is happening now. It happens every day. Once you understand how, when, and why time expands and contracts, you not only understand time, but also understand the effects of such expansion and contraction. You truly become a master of the events. It is said, he who understands time, understands the universe and controls it. Imagine how nice it will feel when you are in full control of your trading and its results. Next, you will discover the patterns markets unfold while changing trend. Almost every technical analyst understands that markets unfold different patterns, and that these patterns repeat. The entire study of technical analysis is based on this premise. Markets form patterns, and these patterns repeat. And, because the patterns repeat, they have a predictive value. It is not only the patterns that repeat, but the sequence of the patterns also repeat. Like time, patterns also contract and expand. Once you understand and see the repeating nature of the patterns, and the few formations of the patterns, you are able to forecast the markets easily. Another important and frequently overlooked fact, at all times of trend change, markets unfold a specific pattern. Understand this specific pattern and you know exactly when it is a likely trend change and when it is not. Next, you will understand what is a true trend change. When asked, what is a trend change? Most traders and analysts say, a market moving down changes its trend and starts moving up. And a market that has been going up, changes its trend and starts moving down. While it is correct, it is not a complete answer. There are 6 different kinds of trend change in the markets. Understanding these 6 basic trend changes will immediately boost your ability to know how the markets truly unfold, and give you that special edge to forecast future market action. Think about it. Has anyone ever told you that? Sometimes trend can also change in the same direction, by increasing the speed. Surprised? Yes, trend can also change by increasing the speed in the same direction, as the markets are currently unfolding. Just knowing this subtle point will point you to new revelations about the markets and the charts, and therefore to your trading profits. After understanding time, patterns of the markets and the pattern of true trend change, you are now perfectly poised to dig deep into the fixed time cycles. This secret of the market is hidden right in front of your eyes. In the charts. You see this every day. Yet you are so caught up in the markets, that you fail to see the fixed time cycles, and how it is robbing you every day. As Sherlock Holmes said, everyone sees the same, but very few observe. Discover how looking at a certain number of calendar days from a previous trend change date will always produce a trend change. There are some fixed cycles in the markets. The best part is they are applicable to any and all traded instruments. Stocks, indices, commodities and even Forex. It's the sheer magic of time and time cycles. Knowing this simple series of disconnected and seemingly random numbers will give you the instant ability to forecast trend changes in the future. This is the primary blueprint of the market. After understanding time, the patterns of the markets, the pattern of true trend change, and the fixed cycle, you will next see how to forecast trend change by interchanging price and time. Every instance of a high or a low being posted in the markets has an element of time encoded into it. By simply knowing the high price, the low price, and the range of a swing of the market, it is easy to elicit many future trend change times in the market. From a high or low price point posted in the markets, it is possible to elicit a minimum of dozen future trend change times, if not more. Imagine what it will do to your trading. Can you see yourself trading at the right time in the markets? The principles are so easy that even a child can do it. Can you add, subtract, divide, and multiply using a calculator? Easy, isn't it? Yes, if you know how to use a calculator. Once you know the principles of squaring price and time, forecasting future trend change times becomes child's play for you too. And once you know the principles, you will begin to understand why you made all those mistakes in the past, and you will instantly filter out the losing trades. The market is screaming in its own language about future trend change times. We only need to listen to and understand the language of the markets and act on it. The results and consistent profits will automatically follow. You simply cannot go wrong. Understand when and how to use same tools GAN used. With an understanding of time, the market's patterns, the patterns of trend change, the fixed cycle and price time squaring, you have come a long way. You will next see how WD GAN used his various tools, especially the square of 4 and the square of 9. GAN made many charts, tables and tools for his own use, but never shared the methods with anyone. However, after a lot of trial and error, and weeks and months of research, we can now use the same tools he used to forecast the markets. The different tools are to be used at different times. You cannot make the mistake of assuming that one tool will be universally applicable. There can never be one tool for all instruments. Once you understand when, where and how to use these tools, you can see all future trend changes falling exactly at the time you forecast. This is an incredible application, and most of the times, you can forecast markets weeks, months and years into the future. Next, you will understand how and when patterns and dates repeat. Simply be able to forecast the future by looking at the past. There is nothing new in the markets. Everything that is happening today has happened before, and markets are only repeating an action that was seen earlier. This may appear surprising, because we often hear and believe that this time it will be different. But the truth is, the expressions and situations in the markets may change, but the market action is similar to the pattern that has unfolded sometime back in the past. Discover how to find the time lag between two repeating patterns, and once you understand the key principles of repeating patterns and time periods, you can simply look at the past and forecast the same action to be repeated in the future. Absurd, simple and electric in its effects. Next, you will see how to trade indices intraday. Are you a day trader? Very short-term trader? Move in and out of trades several times during the day? Then this section is for you. See how the intraday patterns and time cycles are constantly changing from day to day. No 2 days are alike, yet, once you understand how to elicit the intraday time cycles, intraday trading becomes a breeze and you are able to scalp many points in the market several times in a trading session. No more waiting for the markets to turn, and no more sitting in front of the screen, hitting the trade button all through the day. You can plan your intraday trading every morning and come back to check the markets at the forecast time. No more confusion on when during the day a trend change is likely to be seen. And there is more. After all this, discover the intraday trading method for stocks and commodities. Stock and commodities unfold quite differently from indices. Most days, stocks and commodities continue in a trend through the entire trading session. The intraday time cycle principles are completely different from indices to stocks and commodities. Here you will see how to catch stocks and commodities before the big turn in the day. Hi, my name is Anant Acharya, and by now, you're probably asking, who am I and how can I make these claims? Here's why I can make these promises to you. I spent more than 20 years researching the markets. I am an active trader for more than 30 years. Like you, I have seen ups and downs in my trading. This is embarrassing to accept, but it is the truth. I have seen my account being wiped out twice, once in 1992 and once in 2000. An 8-year gap between those two instances, and in that gap, I made a ton of money, only to see it all wiped out in less than a week. Hard and difficult times. You too may have been through something similar. In truth, unless one sees such difficult times, times that I now view as opportunities to learn something better, we do not truly grow in life. I was bankrupted both times, before I decided to take some drastic action. I got a load of books and decided to immerse myself into trading. After 6 months of full-time study and research, I was back to square one. I could now explain many things about the market and sounded incredibly wise and very knowledgeable. But did it improve my trading? Absolutely not. Then I had a revelation. My then 12-year-old daughter walked into the room and showed me something I had not even considered. A fact hidden right in front of my eyes. And then, there was no looking back. You too can benefit from the incredible and simple ability of a 12-year-old who could observe what many experts simply ignored. After that, there was no looking back. I have not only traded the markets successfully, but have also shown my methods, systems and techniques to thousands of traders, and they too are using them successfully today. I have had the privilege of speaking at many public events, at MTA meetings, traders' carnivals and seminars. I have taught thousands of traders across the globe, in 4 continents, and more than 22 countries, many of whom are super successful professional traders today. But don't just take my word for it. Take a look at this. Proof. Look at my Twitter feed. I have posted these trend change dates, 6 months before they were printed in the markets. Look at what my earlier students had to say.
Thanks, Anant. I really appreciate the course and have been practicing your methods on the markets. The holidays have slowed me down somewhat, but the techniques are working great. I was very fortunate to have found your YouTube video on the moon cycle, so that I could take your course. Highest regards, Tillman Smith.
Thanks Anant, and great course. I'm sending another partner of mine to you to take the course as well. Nikki say.
I never in my life imagined it would be so easy. The moon cycles and the repeating factor simply blew me away. Amazing is just not the right word. I am speechless. This has been the best course I have taken for trading. J. Jane. You find this unbelievable? Yes. Of course. Give it a try, and you will find yourself amazed at the magic of time and price. You will never know the truth, unless you give it a try, the principles that work for me and previous students will also work for you, if you can simply follow the step-by-step instructions. Here's exactly what you get with Timing Financial Markets. A complete power-packed 75-minute video of 12 sections. You will know when markets are likely to change their trend. You be armed and ready to take action at the right time. You will know how to buy at lows and sell at highs. You get the exact blueprint you need to succeed. Act now and get these bonuses. Bonus number 1, my personal Excel sheets to calculate the trend change dates. When you purchase my Timing Financial Markets video course right now, you also get instant access to my personal Excel tool to calculate future trend change dates. You just need to input the price and the date of a high or low, and get a series of dates that are high probability trend change dates. In most cases, this sheet alone will give you the future dates of the high-low sequence. Bonus number 2, my personal Excel tool to forecast intraday trend change times. I'll show you how to use this tool to forecast intraday trend change times. You will be using this tool every day to forecast at what times the markets are changing trend. Indices and stocks have different behavior intraday. There is no one-size-fits-all. I will show you how to use this tool to analyze and forecast intraday trend change times. Just enter the price and the time as per the system, and the tool will show you when to expect trend changes during the course of the day. I have done all the hard work for you. Bonus number 3, a special video on how I personally analyze any stock, commodity or forex, in a step-by-step manner. Understanding and applying the different concepts of time is best learnt by observing how the analysis is done, and also follow the market as it unfolds. In this priceless video, I will show you how I go about my analysis, step by step every week. We can then follow the markets as they unfold over the next year. You will be surprised to see, we can catch almost every turn of the market with effortless ease, and trade the markets confidently. You get the downloadable video that will walk you step by step through the entire process, from start to finish. You get all the insiders only instruction on how to time the markets, to help you get to consistent profits fast. You get the exact blueprint you need to succeed. You are probably thinking, if it is so accurate, why am I bringing it out into the open? The simple answer is, sharing my knowledge and my research is like cocaine for me. It gives me a rush, that heady feeling that you get when your trades go perfectly and you see that ton of money. Nothing else matters than that feeling. Seeing your account grow, seeing you are right and being rewarded handsomely for your efforts. I go through the same feeling too. Every time I open my email and I see mails from students like you, from every corner in the world, writing how they succeeded and the amount of profits they are making. Yes. Your success is important to me and your feedback is my greatest reward. You are probably thinking now, this must be very complicated. You have not seen or heard of anyone able to do this. Well, if you can count numbers and use a calculator, then timing the markets is child's play. Even a 10-year-old child can do it. You just need to know the principles. You are probably thinking, do I need expensive software and expensive data solutions to use this? Well, the greatest software on earth rests on your head. It's free for you and only you. You need no other software. You can apply these principles using any and all of the free charting programs that are available on the internet today. You are probably thinking, do I have the time to learn this? Let me ask you, do you have one weekend free? If the answer is yes, then before the beginning of next week, you will not only be forecasting the future trend changes, but you will also be able to take trades with ease. Imagine what it will do to your trading and investing. You will not only gain a lot of free time that you can spend with your family, with your friends, or with your girlfriend, but also gain the confidence to trade the markets with ease. Right now, many thoughts in your head as you contemplate, and you are probably thinking, you are a long-term investor. Is this knowledge of time of any use to you? If you are a long-term investor, you can forecast future trend changes that will last weeks and months and profit from it enormously. And if you are a day trader, then there are 2 sections for you. One for trading indices intraday and one for trading stocks intraday. Think about it. In all your life, nobody has told you ever that indices behave differently from stocks and commodities. Your entire approach to day trading will change, and change for good, as soon as you realize the different approaches we need to take for trading different instruments and time frames. And if you are a swing trader, then you can use the same knowledge and the same systems to forecast the markets on hourly charts and daily charts, and take trades that last from 3 days to a week and more. You are probably thinking, should I spend money on this course? How many times have you gone to the coffee shop or a restaurant, and ordered a new flavor or a new dish, without knowing what you're actually getting? And once you enjoy the dish or relish the flavor, you want to have nothing else. You would not have known unless you gave it a try. Many things in life are such, unless you are willing and open to try something new, you will never change or improve your life. You want to improve your trading, you want to get better results, you want to see greater profits, you want to feel financially free, and all these changes will only happen when you change something that you are not doing right today. Here is one of the best opportunities for you. You are thinking, maybe you will study the course later, during your holidays or that big break you are planning. Well, think about it. What is the value of just one trade tomorrow that you should have avoided, but did not? What is the gain you make next week on just one trade, with the knowledge of time? Every trade you take without knowledge of time has an inherent ability to mislead you. Time is the most precious commodity in the universe. Each one of us only has a finite supply of time. The more you delay, the more you postpone, you lose your chances of making those winning trades at the right time now. You are probably also thinking, if he can do it, I can also research and study the markets. Why do I need to pay? Just to see a simple video. Yes. You can do it. Anyone can do the research. But remember, it took me about 12 long years of research and almost a decade of testing to formulate the principles and simplify the methods. You can get a jumpstart in your trading and begin to use the principles and methods from next week. Are you willing to put the time and effort required for the research and understanding? Do you have a decade to delay? We all have our reasons for not taking an action. But, think about it. All reasons are only ways to satisfy ourselves. We are so scared to change the present, even if the present situation is tough and difficult. The only reason we are in our present situation is because we were at some point unwilling to take that jump into uncertainty and work for something better. Will you do it again today? I certainly hope not, because I know how much value the understanding and ability to time events makes to your life. Act now, before it's too late. Get on board with timing financial markets now. If you want to. Sell at highs and buy at lows. Not have to wait for the market to move in your direction. Be on the right side of the market. Then order your personalized copy today. Every minute you wait is another trade you miss, or another trade entered at the wrong time. Take action now and see your trading profits grow. Right now. Take action now. You cannot afford to trade without this knowledge and system. Sign up now.